Kilmar Abrego Garcia is held in Virginia as battle continues over his potential deportation. This shouldn't even be a discussion, but what they've done is poster boy this Kilmar Abrego Garcia, he's an illegal alien. Yeah. Get out. We don't need any further discussion on the matter. You're illegal. You're here illegally. Bye. But they have turned it into this huge, epic hero's journey and battle with this guy who is now being deported to Uganda, which I'm sure will go well with him. That's
hilarious.
I think it's hysterical. But they have lionized this guy like he's some sort of great cultural icon and figure, and it's just complete fucking gaslighting of the public, of us.
Well, they're trying to create a martyr. They're trying to create a martyr.
Yes, they are. Yeah, but exactly all of their martyrs end up looking like circus freaks. They're no good at it anymore. They're not good at creating martyrs anymore. They all look like circus freaks now.
Well, and there needs to be some kind of redeeming quality of the person turned into a martyr to make it actually go over the top.
You hit it. I mean, there's no redeeming qualities. This guy has none.
Yeah. I mean, even I can see that, and I'm an old grunt.
He's known to be a wife beater. He's in the country illegally. I mean, right off the bat. He's got gang ties. They're like, he's not a member of this gang. Yeah, but they've got him like associating with all of these gang members. And that's enough. You're illegal and you associate with these gang members and you beat your wife. Get out.
And he's over his stay. You're done.
Yeah, exactly. Bye.
Was he here on an overstayed visa, or did he come here illegally?
Well, he came here illegally, I believe. And then started the visa process, which is what put him on the radar. I think that's how it went down. Don't quote me on that just yet. But Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who was wrongly deported in March before being brought back to the United States to face new criminal charges, was taken into immigration custody upon checking in with Immigration and Customs Enforcement at its office in Baltimore on Monday. Is currently being held at a center in Virginia, where he is again facing deportation. U.S. District Judge, who has been overseeing his deportation case, said at a habeas hearing Monday that the federal government is absolutely forbidden from deporting him from the time being. These judges and their pompous legislating from the bench, he's an illegal alien. Of course we can deport him.
Here's another thing. Yeah. We're going to have to put together some type of mechanism to remove rogue judges like this. Because they truly are destroying the fabric of this nation.
It's intentional and it's obvious.
Yes. These judges have been bought and paid for by Soros and his ilk. Yes. And they are literally undermining this fucking country.
This is part of the coercive emotional abuse aspect. These judges know full well that what they're putting forth, the opinions that they're putting forth, are contradictory to the Constitution, contradictory to the public will, contradictory to good order and discipline, and contradictory to the law, but they do it anyway because they want a certain agenda pushed through. That's part of coercive abuse, and it's the same thing in a relationship between a man and a woman. What agenda?
They're trying to push? The Bolshevik agenda?
See, now you're forcing the issue. You're forcing the issue. You don't have to force the issue like that, Pop. Everybody knows it's Bolsheviks.
Drink.
You don't need to force
You better keep up out there in Streamland, you sons of bitches.
At any rate, Abrego Garcia clown. The judge also said she will order the government not to move Abrego Garcia from the Virginia detention center where he's currently being held to make sure he has access to counsel. Diesel therapy. We had a guy come on the show and talk about that.
Yeah.
Go through how they moved him around from prison to prison to prison.
I believe they released him into the general population of the country, and he has to report in.
Garcia?
Yeah.
This guy? Yeah. No, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone?
No, they're about to deport him to Uganda, which I think is hysterical. I hope he enjoys Uganda. Let's see. No, wait, you were right. He was released into his brother's custody in Maryland on Friday from criminal custody in Tennessee to await charges of human smuggling. But then he was released on Friday, but then on Monday he was detained by ICE as soon as he entered ICE's office in Baltimore.
Nice.
We asked the ICE officer what the reason for his detention was. ICE officer did not answer. Too fucking bad.
They don't have to answer.
No.
It's not their
Adding
job.
that ICE officers would not say which detention center his client would be taken to. We asked the ICE officers for a copy of any paperwork that's being served on him today. The ICE officer wouldn't commit to even giving us that paperwork, said Abrego Garcia's attorney, Mr. Motionberg. Oh, that's
a lot of FOIA.
Yeah, that's
Or have it attached to a motion.
Mr. Motionberg. Yeah.
That's how you do shit. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I know. No, you're correct. You are correct. According to a court filing from his attorneys, ICE notified Abrego Garcia's lawyers that he may be deported to Uganda after Abrego Garcia rejected a plea deal to be deported to Costa Rica in exchange for pleading guilty to human smuggling charges and remaining in jail. Dude, you turned down an offer to be deported to Costa Rica, and you got Uganda.
Listen, I have a feeling that it's not going to go well for him over there.
Costa Rica's beautiful, dude. It's a paradise.
It's okay. I've been there a few times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you doing in Costa Rica, Pop?
That was pleasure. I was vacationing.
Okay. You vacationing in Costa Rica. When did you go to Costa Rica on vacation?
Well, I was doing Green Beret stuff, and we had some time off, and we just hopped a Space A flight and hung out for 3 or 4 days.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's most of my vacations in the Army are like, and we got 3 days. Where can we fuck off to?
Yeah.
We did that all the time.
Where's the nearest Mac flight going? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that trick. Yeah. Where's the nearest Mac flight?
We did it all the time.
Yeah. You just have to make sure that there's a connecting Mac flight, a return flight, so you don't get fucked.
Well, I mean,
I almost got fucked. I caught a Mac and came back on a Mac, but it only flew as far as San Francisco, and I had to report in like 3 hours, and I had to catch a cab from San Francisco to Monterey, and that shit was expensive.
I know. It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
But, if you miss those flights back, you're going to get a harsh ass chewing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You better have your ducks in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get done in the pooper for that. Let's see here. He was brought back to the U.S. in June to face charges in Tennessee for allegedly transporting undocumented migrants within the U.S. while he was living in Maryland. He has pleaded not guilty, so on and so forth. The point of bringing up Abrego Garcia is the country is being gaslighted into being sympathetic for this guy when there's no reason to be sympathetic for this guy.
1.6 million signatures. They had a petition.
No, that's the Indian truck driver.
Oh, okay, that's the guy.
That's the Indian truck driver. That's a whole different one.
But
that's all call center anyway.
Well, he's probably got a GoFundMe and all that shit going as well.
Yeah,
but you're right. That Indian guy who murdered unintentionally unalived 3 people on a freeway because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing and couldn't read and write, speak English. 1.6 million people as of yesterday had signed a petition for us to go easy on him. He didn't mean to do it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. If you're doing something stupid and somebody dies, at a bare minimum, you're probably looking at negligent homicide. If not some type of manslaughter.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Absolutely. I need to find a way to get the tabs in the camera so when I'm looking at those, I'm not doing this all the time. We'll work on that.
Well, yeah, we got to figure it out.
Were we? I know. We'll figure it out.
We're coming down the rabbit hole in the weeds.
Well, here's the thing. You had the DC stuff going on, and now ABC is Trump sets sights on Chicago to make it, quote, safer, seeks $2 billion to, quote, beautify DC. Again, with the headline right out of the gate, safer is in quotes to imply that Trump is lying or something like that, or has some other sort of agenda. He has said that Washington, D.C. would be a model city where he deployed the National Guard, surged federal law enforcement, and took control of the local police force. Newsflash, for those of you who don't understand out there, Washington, D.C. is its own government, has its own constitution, and has its own laws. It is an entity unto itself, and it is the only piece of land that the federal government actually owns, except for naval bases. So all of that federal land we have out there, the federal government is actually not supposed to own any of that. It's not supposed to be a thing. Anyway, DC is owned by them. Trump made several off-the-cuff comments about the National Guard deployment in the nation's capital now in its 8th day during a news conference in the Oval Office. The National Guard has done such an incredible job working with police, and after we do this, we will go to another location to make it safe also. We're going to make our country very safe. We're going to make our cities very, very safe. Now, this sounds like ABC is reporting fairly on Trump. What they're doing is mocking his speaking style. He's known to be over the top. He's known to be big, bold, brash statements. And
well,
Trump singled up. What?
Hang on. I'm looking at the crime stats in Chicago right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And 389 murders in 2024. And in 2025, there have been 266.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a lot of people getting smoked.
I know. I agree. And here's the thing with the Chicago crime stats right now. Where are we? Crime statistics from Chicago's police department show that overall crime in the city is down 13%. It's down 13%. My God, we don't need Trump. Then you keep reading. Date compared to the same period in 2024 with 59,206 reported crime instances compared to 68,165 the year before.
And this year's not done yet.
It's like over 1,000 crimes. It's like almost 2,000 crimes a day.
Yeah. They got,
I'm looking here's at the media.
Motor vehicle theft, misdemeanor theft, felony theft.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And the media is just having a field day with this, trying to paint Trump as some sort of a strange dictator.
Some kind of Stasi.
Yeah, who is deliberately, taking over and putting troops into now. This will be a whole separate episode because we do need to discuss the concept of putting armed troops. The guys in DC are now armed troops in the streets. Because if for some reason Trump came out of office sooner than expected, and somebody in the Obama sphere became the president again, now he has precedent to put troops in the street.
Yes, he does.
That's a problem.
That is a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a different show. I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole, but I want to put a pin in it so that we remember to discuss it.
I bet you 10-1 that those National Guard troops on the ground do not have live ammo.
Okay.
I mean, if it was me, I would have 10 rounds of live ammo at a minimum, but those guys.
Do you recall the security? You of course you recall the security detail we worked. We ran across some National Guard guys, and one of the guys on the inner cordon actually got one of the National Guard guys to pop his mag real quick. And he didn't have any ammo.
Yep.
He did not have any ammo.
That's usually how that works.
Yeah. They were out in the street with their M4s.
With nothing.
And dry.
Yeah. And that's why everywhere I went, I carried 10 live rounds of ammunition because I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Yeah. Yeah, which is wise.
Yes.
I am shocked that during those events in those days that some of the thuggier Antifa or Black Lives Matter types didn't jump a couple of those National Guard guys and take weapons.
Yeah. Well, when there's a couple times when I was out doing stuff, training, we had people like, well, those are nice weapons. I'm like, into the air, and I'm like, yes, they are. And they get back in their shit and they leave.
Yeah.
Or gotta shoot some coyotes because
Mhm.
in the winter they pack up and they'll try to take you down.
Yeah, yes, they will.
I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Javelinas in Arizona as well. We had 2 guys chased by javelinas.
Yeah.
My buddy Lance and I were standing on the top of a ridge, and we were on a land nav. 2 guys go flying by, and they got like 150 of these little tiny angry pigs behind them chasing them.
Damn.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.